are we doing? Well, we're into our cold winter months now, and we have lots of snow outside. It's -2 degrees Celsius, but our growing hasn't stopped. We're still at stuff here in the house. First of all, we are getting ready to set up our lettuce tree again. We recently tore everything down as it was starting to bolt, and we were going on holidays, so we gave it a good cleaning and put it to one side. Now it's time to get our lettuce seeds germinating and start that process again. This is something that normally happens about twice, maybe 3 times a year for us, depending on how well the lettuce is growing and how quickly it bolts after we've got it set up. So basically what I've done, we're going to put in 4 types of lettuce. We're going to have some Butter Crunch, we've got some Grand Rapids, and I've got 2 types of romaine. One is a longer one and one is a short one. So I'll usually lay them out like this. Our lettuce tree will take about 16 plants, and I don't want all of those full right now because it causes us to have way too much lettuce. So I'm going to germinate 6 of each type of seed. I usually lay it out like this on a paper towel, and I'll take a picture of that. That's my record. That gives me my date. It shows me what seeds are in what part of the paper towel. After doing that, I'll move all the packages to one side. And I'll lightly spray the paper towel or just sprinkle it down with water. I don't want the seeds to move around too much. These here sort of moved a little bit here, so we'll just sort of get those so they're all separated again. Once they start to generate roots, I don't want the roots tangling if I can help it. Now, I'll just fold that over. Another little bit of water on top. There we go. I'll take that now and put it into this Ziploc bag. This is one of the larger Ziploc bags. I'm going to put this right down in the bottom here and lay it flat. I can see the seeds through the bag. There we go. Now another little spray down there so there's lots of water and moisture. This bit of water will get those seeds germinating nicely. Alright, so I know that's my lettuce. I'm just going to fold that underneath. I'm going to put this under the light now so the light can shine right down on the top, and from there they should germinate within a few days. Okay, let's just slide that one right in there under the lights there. Now over here I have probably 100 or so Cortland onion seeds, and I've done the same thing with those. Those are going to start germinating, and once I see that those seeds are good, because onion seeds will often only last 1 year. Once my onion seeds have germinated, I will move them into soil and put them in pots so that they can grow over the next few months in preparation for the summer's planting outside. We started these seeds for germination just 3 days ago. Let's open them up now and have a look and see what they're doing. We'll start off with our onion seeds here. These are Cortland onions. We put these into a wet paper towel, as you just saw, and over the past 3 days, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have at least 7 of these that have germinated, and they're starting to do quite well. I'm surprised that they've germinated that quickly. Okay, let's fold those over again, and we will gently put those back in the bag. This is just a large Ziploc bag. I'm going to put them back in there like that. We'll give them a little spray of water. A bit of water is going to help the seed to soften. and help to provide some of the moisture they need to germinate. We'll put those to one side. Now, let's have a look at our lettuce seeds. Again, these were only put on the paper towel to start germinating 3 days ago. I haven't looked at these at all since then, so we may not have any activity. Then again, we may. We look right here. We have one here that's germinating very nicely. The other ones don't seem to be doing anything yet. Now, I'm just going to root this guy here up a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that, I'm just going to pull it out of that paper towel. The root was gone right into the paper towel. I just wanted to free it up a little bit so it doesn't intertwine too much there. It is difficult to see it with the white background here of the paper towel, but this seed right here has also started to sprout. That's 2 of those starting to sprout, and I don't see any activity. Oh, right there, I do. That one there is starting to sprout as well. We're going to take these and move them back under the light. We're going to dampen our paper towel with another spray of water and leave them for another few days, see how they do. Now, just like the onion seeds, we'll fold that over again. Carefully pick it up. I'm being very careful with these at this point because I don't want them to be spread all over the paper towel. I have taken photographs of them on the paper towel so I can see exactly which seeds are in which locations. So a little bit of spray there. We'll seal that up again. And we'll put these back under the lights. All right, we'll just slide these back in here under the lights. There's our lettuce seed. And here is our onions. Put our little package there next to it so we know that those are the Cortland onions. Well, now we're into day 5, and I'm excited to see what these seeds are like. I'm sure they've been progressing over the past few days. We're going to take a look at the lettuce seeds first, and today we're going to move some of these onto their new home. Gently unfold this, the same as we did the other day. Okay, so we have most of our germination seems to be happening in this group right here. Now, these seeds here are the butter crunch. These are the seeds that we took from our own bolted lettuce from last year, and they are 3 of those are now out with a nice little root on them. The others haven't. I think we got a couple over here that may have started, but they're going to need another little bit of water. I notice this paper towel is a little bit drier here now than I'd like for it to be. So we're going to dampen that, put it back in. But these 3 are going to go in the lettuce tower. And when we put them in the lettuce tower, because that's hydroponic, we don't put them in soil. Now, for anybody who's not familiar with hydroponics, we grow using nutrients in the water. So we don't have a medium such as the soil to have our nutrients. So we're going to use these Rockwell cubes. These are 1-inch cubes, and this gives the plant something to grow in. So we're going to take each of these here and tuck them down into the hole here in the Rockwell. So they're just going to go down just like that. I'm going to put them here in the bottom left corner. So I'm going to orient this tray the same as I have here. So the bottom left corner, I'll know that's these seeds. You can see the root on this is actually quite long. These are really started off well. So I'm just going to take that root, tuck it down there into the hole. Just like that. And this third one here, I'll root that one out of there. One of the things that I don't like about the paper towel is you always end up with the roots growing into the paper towel. And when they do that, sometimes you can damage the roots trying to get them back out of there. So there we are. I'm going to put those right there. Now those are going to have a cover put on them, like so, and they will go under the light just like that. I'll monitor and keep the water to those. These here, we're going to fold them over again and fit them back into their bag. We may do something a little bit different with these this time. We'll see. All right, so they go in there. We'll seal that up. And all of that will go back under the lights with one difference. This time, because I have these in the tray with a bit of water, and because these here are slow germinating, I'm going to put these on a heat mat. Before we move on to the onions, I did realize I forgot to add more water to my lettuce, so let's just give them a little spray. We'll wet those down a little bit more. Seal them up. They're ready to go back in with the lights. Now, what do we have here in the onions? All right, let's have a look, see how these are doing. I was quite surprised last time we looked at these. That was at day 3. This is day 5. So, let's see how they're doing. All right. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 or 9 there that have sprouted. Once again, these are some onion seeds that I had last year. And onion seeds, I'm told that they usually won't last much longer than a year. But some of them will. So this is my way of testing them out to see which ones are going to sprout and which ones are not. So we're going to take the ones that have sprouted and we're going to put them in some soil now. So what I'm using here, because I don't plant a lot of stuff of this nature, I only need 1 or 2 bags of soil for my initial planting each year. So I get the good stuff. I get worm castings, and that's exactly what I'm using here. This is no soil here, it's all worm castings. So we're just going to pick out these seeds, which have the root started on them. They've already germinated. And we're going to get those tucked right down there. Now, I don't mind these going underneath the soil a little bit. So we'll just put those down there like that. There we go. Right in there. Now, obviously, if I was growing hundreds or thousands of onions, I wouldn't be going through it like this. I'd find something a little bit easier to do. But I only grow a few. I take more pride in doing them, so I'm very picky. All right, do I see any more there that have sprouted? I don't think I do. Those were the early sprouters. I was surprised that they sprouted as quick as they did. These other ones, we're just going to do the same as we did with the lettuce. We're going to fold those over again, put them back in their bag, and they'll go back under the lights. So we've got 8 onions that are now moved into the soil. Some of the guesswork is taken out of that now because I know these are good. I know that they've already sprouted so long as I keep a bit of water on them now. And we're going to soak those down pretty good there now in a minute. I give them a good soaking when they're in a tray like this because each of these little cells has a hole in the bottom, and we've got a large tray there that's going to take up water. So we'll give them a good soaking here now. Get that ground nice and wet. This will also help those seeds to get established in the ground. Because if you think about it, when you put the seed in the soil initially, you've got a hole there. And you're going to put the seed down in that hole and put the ground around. The ground is going to be a little bit sticky. So is it actually going to be up against the root? The root is what needs to be in contact with the soil because the soil has the moisture and nutrients in it. So soaking it down gets that soil all down around the root and it becomes like one. So I give them a good soaking at this point. So the soil is in contact with the root. And what I'll do is I will add another bit of water to the tray itself. Now I can monitor that at this point by looking in any of these empty cells. I'll see if there's any water in the bottom. And I will want to see just a little drop of water in the bottom of them so that I know that the soil in the bottom of these cells is in contact with the water and pulling it up. As it pulls it up, the roots are going to go down to get it. So watering from the top, it doesn't work that way. The roots are going to go to the water. So if you got the water coming up from the bottom, the roots are going to want to go down. And that'll give you a better root system. So I'm going to turn this around. We're going to get this bag on the go here again now for the other onion seeds. Now I don't know, maybe a lot of these onions are not going to germinate because they are older seeds. They're over a year old now. But I have some more onion seeds on the way. I have them ordered, so hopefully I'll get those in the next few weeks. And we'll get those started. So we'll spray that down a little bit more. Now, just like the lettuce seeds, because these onion seeds are now in a tray, so they're further from the surface, and because these here need a little bit more encouragement to germinate, I'm going to put these on a heating mat as well. Okay, as I was putting the heating mat in place, I decided that I'm not going to put the seeds directly on it. So I've got my heating mat here. This is a 10-inch by 21-inch 18-watt heating mat. And I'm just going to put this tray on there, and that heating mat goes over so far underneath part of this tray as well. Now I've put my lettuce seeds right up on top here, so they're close to the light, but they're also going to get some of the heat from inside the tray now as the tray warms up. Actually, that's my onion seeds over there. My lettuce seeds are over on this side. I've put a couple small boxes here to raise them up so they're nice and close to the lights. So we'll leave things alone for another few days. We'll keep monitoring them for the water and see how they do. Now for a quick look at the potatoes before we finish up. We've got some nice roots coming out here. Some of them still don't have any roots, while some others are generating roots quite nicely. Look at this one. It's reaching all the way down to the bottom now. Very nice. This one here, which has the leaves on it, beautiful roots. You can see some of the other ones here that do not have roots yet, but they are starting to shoot them out. Look at this one here. Just starting to get the roots out. They're coming from an eye that is partway down on the potato. So it looks like our potatoes are still doing pretty good. This one here is just putting out some roots now. That's looking good. So everything is good on this front. That's our potato update for this week. Our system is still running smooth and it's actually not going through very much nutrient at all. So until next week, you guys take care and we'll see you again. If you liked this video or found it helpful in any way, please click the thumbs up, click the subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.